Hello and welcome to this episode of Beauty to Bank. My name is Season Bennett and I am the CEO of The Social Barber. And Beauty to Bank is the number one place on the web where beauty professionals learn how to make money without standing behind the chair, guys. So this, you might notice that my background looks different. This is I've got a new setup. And I am actually live without makeup. I know you guys are like, who is this lady without the red lipstick? And I really wanted to kind of, take down some of the facade, take down some of the things that make people feel, right? Like, you know, this is different. This is, I can't do the things that she's doing. And I want to share some of the issues and the problems that I have. Okay, a lot of times when people are looking forward to doing new things, they look at other people and they feel like, well, it's easier for them, um, you know, because they're them. I can't do the things that they're doing, and that's why I want to talk about that today. So, this episode I called it "No Cap," even though I got my ball cap on today, because I want to talk about the lies and the exaggerations that we see online, and these are the types of things that make people feel like, make you, make me, make anybody else feel like we can't accomplish the same things because we're looking at somebody else and we're comparing and we feel like, well, geez, like it's easier for them or it's not going to work for me. And that's why I wanted to talk about this today. Okay. This is an honest conversation. Go ahead and share this. Okay. And if you do want your comments to be shown on the screen, you do have to go ahead and, um, you know, um, configure yourself through StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard right now. And let's go ahead and jump right in, okay? So a lot of times we look at other people and maybe, and I'm gonna say me, okay? Even me, okay? You might look at other people and you might forget how much that you've accomplished because you're looking at somebody else and you feel like, ooh, I made $300,000 online and somebody else made 1 million. I made that, and we're not celebrating the things that we have accomplished, okay? Because we're looking at somebody else and they make it look so easy. They're driving in their Lamborghini. They have their Gucci hat. They have whatever it is that we look at and we compare ourselves and we look at that thing and we feel like that is an accomplishment. We feel like that is success, right? And when we look at that, we discount our own success and feel like, gosh, I could never get to that level. So I want to jump right into this. I want to talk about some of the things, some of the challenges that I have had, even recently, right? I know people feel like, oh, well, Season, you've got it all figured out. It's easy for you. It's not. I've struggled recently with going live. Um, some of you guys in my six-figure business system and my group coaching program, some of you guys may know because I've talked to you guys about this before that I struggle with melasma, right? And melasma is it's there's no cure for it. There are dark spots on my face. They're right here and on my forehead. And they were very dark up until about a week or so ago. And so basically, I got a chemical peel done here in Charlotte, and it's a process. It's a Cosmelon peel if you guys are, familiar with it, but it's a 3-month process. Now, I don't want to talk about the peel, but what I want to talk to you about is the fact that I realize that me having the dark spots on my face, and I'm not in my good lighting right now. We're going to talk about that in a minute too, okay? But me having those dark spots on my face was causing me to not go live. It was causing me to not connect with my audience. It was causing me not to show up for my community. And when I realized that, it kind of scared me. Okay. So I said, okay, so C's, what can you do about this? Because, I would find myself saying, oh my gosh, I have something to share with my community, but I don't want to go live because, oh my gosh, I don't have any makeup on. It's going to take me forever to go do this full beat, right? Concealer and blah, blah, all this kind of stuff to cover up these dark spots that I had on my face. And I said, well, I can't do that. That kind of scared me. For those of you guys who know me, I'm very passionate about helping beauty industry professionals learn how to make money without standing behind the chair, right? Not because I want you to stop standing behind the chair, but because I want you to have options and I want you to be able to choose how you spend your time, how you make your money, the time that you spend with your family. My husband is a barber and we own a barbershop in Charlotte, Headlines Barbershop on Independence Boulevard. And so I understand how hard beauty professionals work. I understand how much a part of the community you are. I understand, how important you are, your voice, your face, you showing up in people's lives, how important that is to people. And so, for me, this is something that I feel like the way that I got into the beauty community, I feel like I'm supposed to be here. I have an important message. This is, God directed me down this path. Like literally, I'm not going to go into that whole story right now, but if we had not gotten sued for $200,000, I never would have started this business. Okay. And so I had to be pushed down this path. This is not a path that came easy for me, but I'm here and I know this is where I'm supposed to be. And so, with that being said, um, it scared me the fact that I didn't feel comfortable going live and it became a barrier for me, right? It became a barrier, the melasma on my face. And so I went and I got the peel because I said, I need to be able to show up for my audience regardless of what's going on with my face because other people, it's something that was in my mind. Other people weren't even thinking about it, right? Other people didn't even notice the dark spots until I was the one who said, "Oh my gosh, look at my imperfections. Look at the spots that I have on my face. Look at the problem that I have." Other people were not even noticing. Okay. That was something I was bringing up, and it was a problem that I had. So, a lot of times, the things that the problems that we have, the reasons why we're not showing up, it's within us. Okay. It's not that somebody else is telling us that they don't want to hear the message. Okay. We still have to show up for our audience. Okay. Um, Another issue that I was having a lot of problems concentrating at home. I was having construction going on. Then for those of you guys who have pets, right? My dog was going crazy. Okay. It was a barrier. It was something that, was stopping me from showing up. So if something is stopping you from showing up, that's a problem. Okay. Everything that we do online, if you want to exist, if you want to have a business online, if you want to connect with people and build a community, you have got to build that community. You have got to show up for people online. Okay. And that was the issue that I was having is showing up. Okay. So what I did is now you see me, I'm in my new office space. Okay, I got office space outside of my house. There was too many things going on in my house, and this also became a barrier for me of concentrating, of getting work done, of showing up. Like I said, we have to show up. Okay, that's the hardest part is just simply showing up. So I wasn't even showing up for my people. That had to change, okay? So I know a lot of times people say, "Oh, I love working from home and everything." Maybe sometimes your home is not the best place for you. Maybe you have to figure out something outside, okay? Um, I want to make sure that everybody thinks about the fact of, celebrating where you have come. What are the goals that you have? We look online and we see all these people have Lamborghinis and everything. And hey, I'm not saying anything bad about Lamborghinis. They're wonderful, okay? But maybe you have a bigger retirement account than the person with the Lamborghini. I'm just going to say that right here. Okay? If you can hear me, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments because the thing is I think sometimes we look online and we're looking at the designer clothes. We're looking at, all these different things and we're feeling like that is success and maybe sometimes the success are the things that we can't see. So we really need to make sure that we define what success is to us, right? It's success that I do my online classes so I can have an extra $500 a month to invest in my retirement. Okay? Define success for yourself and don't look at it as this is me. I'm not successful because I don't have a Lamborghini. Okay. There's a lot of people with Lamborghinis that don't have a house. There's a lot of people with Lamborghinis and no retirements. And even for argument's sake, let's say somebody has a Lamborghini and they have a house and they have retirement, you should still feel happy within your own life. Okay? If your only happiness is you comparing your life and your success to somebody else's, you're going to have a hard life. It's going to be very hard for you to become happy. It's going to be very hard for you to accomplish things and be able to celebrate your own accomplishments, okay? So I really want to encourage people to stop what they're doing before you accomplish anything, before you set out on any road to do anything, that you sit back and think, why did I do this? Why am I doing this? Right? What is your why? Is it for my family? Is it for myself? Is it, a lot of times with, women, right? A lot of times we're doing so many things for other people, especially as moms and wives and everything else. We're doing so many things for other people that, sometimes maybe we might want to, for me, having my business, that's just mine. That is the thing that I get to be proud of. That's the thing that I get to do and I get to accomplish, and it's all mine. No matter what happens, everything that I do here is something that I can be proud of. It's something that I can celebrate on my own, even if I don't have anybody to celebrate it with. Even if at the end of the day, I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys, I thought of this amazing thing, right? You go home, tell everybody. Have you guys ever done this? You go home and you're like, oh my gosh, I figured this out. I've learned this. And everyone's like, okay, what's for dinner? Right? And you're like, wait a minute, do you not understand what I just said to you? I just accomplished this. I learned how to do this amazing thing. But at the end of the day, your family's still like, hey, you're still mom, you're still the wife, you're still, whoever it is that you are to everybody in your family. So I'm coming on here with no makeup on. I know you guys are like, who is this lady? Put the red lipstick back on. It's much more exciting that way. But I want to take away some of this excitement. I want to take away some of the facade, because online there's a lot of facade. Online there's a lot of, happenstance and circumstance and just all this fancy stuff that makes somebody look like they're not just a regular old person, right? Um, I want to encourage you that no matter where you are in your life, you can do all of the things that you want to do. If you want to start your online school, if you want to start selling digital products and making six figures online, you can do it. Okay. I'm not different than you. Okay. I may have done it before you, but I'm not different. I still look, I got a chemical peel. I've still got this dry face going on. Um, I have my own struggles and I might make it look easy. It doesn't mean that it's easy for me. Okay. It means that I still pushed forward. It means that sometimes I might not be pushing myself as hard as I need to. Sometimes I need to still sit back and encourage myself and refocus on what my goal is, my mission, and executing on the steps that I know what to do. And so that's even the crazier part about it is the fact that, my goodness, guys, think about that for 1 minute, okay? Imagine you know what to do, you have the steps and still not executing, okay? So everything that you're doing, every single thing that you need to do, it's here first, okay? You don't need anything. You don't need a podcasting mic. You don't need a MacBook. You don't need this fancy camera that I got going on right here, okay? Which is really just a webcam, by the way. But I digress. You don't need all of these things. It starts here first. Okay? Everything that you're trying to do, it starts in your mind first, and you have to take the steps. You have to execute, okay? I really want to encourage every single person that's hearing my voice right now to get tunnel vision. Okay? Do not get distracted by the designer clothes. And I know I got on this, y'all. I know I got this hat on. Okay? But don't get distracted by the hat. It's a hat. Okay, I'm not supposed to be in the sun right now, guys, so I will definitely be wearing my hats more. But to be honest, guys, if you guys bump it, I go to Trader Joe's almost every day. Literally, like I go into Trader Joe's so much that the it doesn't matter what checker is at the counter, they're literally like, "Oh, I was worried about you. I haven't seen you in a while." Like, guys, I should become the spokesperson for Trader Joe's, okay? I go there so much. And I'm telling you this because more often than not, if you bump into me, I'm gonna have my hair like this. Okay. I know, and I'm in front of beauty professionals. I know. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm gonna have my hair in a ponytail. I'm gonna have a hat on because I'm not supposed to be in the sun. This melasma is you're not supposed to be in the sun. I'm not gonna have on my red lipstick most of the time. Especially once we start wearing these masks, y'all. Listen, okay. I usually don't have on lipstick. Okay. I have on a t-shirt that I love. I got this t-shirt at Walmart. Oh my God. Okay. Yes. And I'm saying all this to say, okay, I'm no different than you. Okay. You guys are probably a lot fancier than I am. I know you're like, wait a minute, what? Yes. And it's not about, having the perfect background. I just noticed here there's some kind of scratch or something on this background right now. My light sucks today because I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go forward today. I'm in a new space. I don't have everything set up completely the way that I want it. To be, but I said, I'm going to go forward regardless because I need to show up. I need to be accountable to my people. I need to let them know like it doesn't matter what you have everything that you need. Okay. It doesn't matter. You don't need, and this you guys, if I show you in my office at home, okay, I had, oh my gosh, I literally have every kind of microphone. I have so many different types of camera. I've spent so much money, so many backdrops. I've just, oh my gosh, I've done so much stuff. And guess what? I didn't need that. I didn't need that. All of this stuff, you will get better, but you'll only get better by doing. You have to show up. You have to build this community. Guys, you don't even need paid ads if you don't want to. Okay. I made all the money without paid ads. That's where I've dabbled. Okay. They don't want me to tell you guys this. Okay. And I'm gonna dabble some more. I'm gonna definitely be trying that. But the thing is that you have to show up. You can't help people if you don't show up. And the thing is, I think so many times, you guys, listen, so many times people, we think that we need something else. We keep thinking that we need the next thing. I'm telling you, if you have a laptop, okay, I got this $4,000 MacBook, y'all. Listen, you can do everything you need to do with a $100 Chromebook. Did you hear me? You might want to add a webcam on there, right? For 50 bucks or whatever. Okay, this is a little nicer webcam I got right here, but you don't need all of these things. Okay, that's right. We were having some amazing conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and share some of this stuff on here because I love to share this. This is live. Okay, yes, dry face and all. This is live. But I want to make sure that I'm highlighting and I'm talking to you guys. Okay, look, listen. Kernisha said I'm headed to Trader Joe's as soon as I leave the dealership. I know that's right. Okay. Lala said my son just got a pill 1 week ago. Results are great. Listen, I am 1 week in and my results are amazing. And this is a 3-month process for myself. Okay. Tim said, "You want to show that, sell some of that equipment?" Listen, Tim, you're missing the point. The point is, you don't need all the equipment. Okay. I don't need the red lipstick. I don't need, I'm showing up. The people who are here for me, they're going to be here for me. The people, and guess what, guys? This is the amazing part about it. Some people are going to be like, "Hey, I love Season, whether she's got red lipstick on or not. Like, I trust her. I know she's going to come with the facts, the details. It's going to be step by step. I don't even know what her class is. As soon as I see that link come through, I'm going to pay for it." Okay? Because I'm coming from my heart. I'm serving my community, okay? But Tim did say I am showing up, okay? And I have Facebook user here. I'm not quite sure who they are because they didn't authenticate with StreamYard, and that's okay. But they said show up and serve the community. And Alethea Hall says you look beautiful, and I appreciate that so much. But guys, listen, this is not just me being a social media person or whatever, because I was not into social media before 2015. I was not into it at all. Coming from a corporate background, for those of you guys who don't know, I in 2017 I quit my 6-figure a year corporate job for my business, and a huge part of that was showing up on social media, guys. Guys, guess what? When you have the type of job that I had on in corporate, social media is just not. I know this might sound weird. It's like it's really unpopular to show up on social media in the way that I did, and so yeah, so it wasn't easy for me, okay? But I've always been the kind of person to wear makeup now, okay? Now this is don't get used to this, guys, okay? But I'm coming on here. My point is I'm coming on here so that I can go ahead and show you guys and be transparent and share with you guys that guess what? I struggle too. I am not different than you, okay? And Daniel said I'm doing an Alicia Keys. Okay, I love it. I love Alicia Keys. Didn't even occur to me, but I do love that. And I mean, guys, this is a struggle for me. Okay, this is a struggle for me to show up like this. I know. A lot of people think that I make everything look so easy. Now, I'll tell you guys a little secret, and I want to let me make sure that you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments, or go ahead and shoot me some of those likes. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap on the likes. I can make sure you guys can hear me before we go on to the next section of a hair. I'm going to share a secret. Okay. Oh, hey, Courtney. Okay. And let me make sure everybody can hear me. Okay. Try to give it a little pause. There's a little bit of a delay. Okay. All right. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, I'm getting some feedback here that you guys can hear me, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. So for me, I'm actually kind of a shy person, okay? But I know that if I show up and I act shy, people will misunderstand my shyness, and people will think that I'm stuck up. Something that I've found out, just over the years, and so what I do a lot of times is I pretend like I'm not shy. I know that this sounds weird. So even like I'm amazing at interviews. The times that I've gone to like job interviews or TV interviews, I pretend like I'm not shy. I know you're like, season, I thought you're gonna come out with something better than that. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Sometimes we have to become bigger than ourselves. Sometimes we have to show up even when it's uncomfortable. Sometimes we have to show up even when we're not prepared. Sometimes we have to show up even when we don't have fancy equipment, fancy lights, or red lipstick. Okay? We got to do it anyways. We are called to something higher. Whether your why is your community, like my why is me serving beauty professionals. I saw too many beauty professionals that were not able to make the money that they wanted to make and struggling. Talented, talented beauty professionals. And so for me, I mean, it's I'm not going to talk about that today, how I got started here, but I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be serving who I'm supposed to be serving, okay? Now, for you, it might be that you want to spend more time with your kids or your husband, or maybe you have a parent that's sick, right? And that's why you're like, hey, I want to get into digital products and everything because I need to create more time. Okay. Yes, I need to create more time. I need to create more, I need to figure it out. I still got to pay my bills, but I need to figure out how can I make money without always trading my time for services. Okay. Now, I'm never going to be the person that's going to tell you to stop working in the beauty industry. Like that would be counterproductive, what I'm saying. But I want to give people options. I want to let people know technology is for you as well. Okay, no matter what, technology is for you as well. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about creating and selling digital products is they think that they have to be technical. Okay, and I know you're like, but Season, you have a master's degree in software development, and you're very technical. Okay, is for that reason that I know you don't have to be technical. Let me tell you why. Right? It took me 5 years to figure out how to make six figures just with my digital content alone. And that's what I always wanted to do. I always just wanted to make the money like that. And so, and that's why I say that. Okay. That's why I came up with the six-figure business system group coaching program, is because I said, you know what, guys, it's not that hard once you get the formula. You have to show up though, despite the excuses. Now, when I first became an entrepreneur, I was very offended. Like I remember I went to this event, Dr. Will. So Dr. Will had this event. Actually, he was in Charlotte. I went to the event, and he said at the beginning of the event, he said, "Hey, come on in here." And he said, I'm gonna let you keep all your excuses." Right. And so I didn't understand what he meant, my excuses. I'm like, I have really good excuses. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna let you keep them? Okay. What do you mean I'm gonna let you keep your excuses? These are really good excuses. Okay. And my excuse was I had at the time when I started, my daughter was probably like 4. She was a very hyper toddler that never slept. Okay. I had my corporate job, my full-time corporate job. I was doing the marketing for my barber shop. I was cooking dinner every night, making lunches, doing all this kind of stuff. And I just was like, what do you mean you're gonna let me keep my excuses? Like my excuses are really good. And then I realized that excuses are just you kind of giving yourself the okay not to do what you're supposed to do. And let me say that in a different way. Okay. I'm guys, this is not scripted. I'm talking off, I'm just speaking off from my heart now on this. But basically, an excuse just means that you're telling yourself, hey, it's okay that you didn't get it done. Okay. And I don't want you to put a ton of pressure on yourself, but I also think it's important that you hold yourself accountable, right? And that you're like, hey, just like me, guess what? I had these dark spots on my face. I didn't want to go live. I haven't been going live. I haven't been showing up. I was having a mental block in my head and I said, "See," and it kind of scares me sometimes because I know if I truly feel like if God gave you a power, a superpower, a mission to help other people and you're not showing up, like that kind of scares me, to be honest. Like that scares me to not show up. And so I said, "Sees, you gotta show up anyway. Makeup or no makeup, you gotta show up. You gotta show up for people because this is where you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And every single one of you can help somebody do something faster, quicker, better, cheaper, right? You have knowledge. There's so many things that we know and we just discount it like it's not even important. Okay. There's so many things that you don't even think twice about, right? When they talk about what Rachel Ray with the 30-minute meals, I'm like, she don't have anything on me. I can make a meal in 7.2 seconds. Okay. Like literally, I'm gonna put something together. I don't care what's in my refrigerator. I'm gonna come out with a 4-course meal. Okay. People are always amazed. They're like, I thought we didn't have anything to eat. Listen, I'm gonna put it together. We've all got superpowers, and these are things that we can package up and sell. And the exciting part about doing the digital products is that you are able to help so many people. I find it so exciting that I have taught live classes online with students in Africa. And I think, sadly, even despite current world events and everything else going on, the thing that we know is that the world is a much smaller place, especially with technology. It's a smaller place, and it's important that we still find our piece of the puzzle. We still show up. We build our community, and we show up for our people. We got to show up for our people, and that's something I had to remind myself. I'm here because of Howie and Mika and Simona and Katrina, okay, and Teresa and Kernisha, right, and Tim and Lisa and Daniel and Courtney, Alethea, right? I had to show up. Lala, I don't want to forget Lala. Okay, simply irresistible and Lisa, okay? I'm showing up for my people and you have to show up and it's uncomfortable and it hurts sometimes and sometimes it's literally you fighting with yourself. That is the biggest. What if I told you that the hardest thing about creating and selling digital products is getting over yourself? Stepping outside your comfort zone and executing without thinking. It's all in mindset. Every single thing that we're wanting to know how to do, it starts here. We have to believe it. And part of the reason I'm here and I'm talking about the no cap and comparing ourselves is because I don't want you to say, oh, well, I don't have the fancy clothes like season. I don't have the fancy backgrounds. I don't have, all the fancy computer and this and that. I'm here to tell you guys that all those things don't matter. I wasted a lot of money buying stuff and paying for classes and paying for, you know, um, things that I didn't need. Now, one thing I did need that would have really changed the game for me is having somebody to tell me, no, don't buy that. No, you don't need this. You only need this. Somebody that I could even literally ask just a few questions, a community to keep me on track, right? Somebody to hold me accountable and keep me on track. Because if we're left to our own devices, we will just start. I mean, for me, I will just start overthinking things and I'll get all down the wrong path. Okay. We just need to show up and execute. Okay. Now, if you need somebody, right? If you're the kind of person and listen, I think having a community is so important. Every single time that you're wanting to do something, that you surround yourself with other people who are doing the same things. It's a game changer. Okay? It's a game changer. You make sure that, you're surrounding yourself. I see so many entrepreneurs and they're starting out and they're very frustrated because they're saying, "Oh, my family doesn't support me." They're not on the same journey that you're on. You want to find other people that are on the same journey that you were on, okay? And you want to make sure that those people are you are having regular communication with them, you are surrounding yourself with them. Think about them like your workout partner. You guys have heard me talk about this so many times. That's my next thing I'm working on here, okay? But just like anytime somebody wants to lose weight or start eating healthier, whatever it is, whatever your goal is that you want to do, it helps when you have a group of other people looking to do the same thing. Okay. You want to stay focused and you need that. Okay. In addition, having someone who has already accomplished what you've accomplished that can tell you, listen, you don't need a Lamborghini. You don't need a $4,000 MacBook. And they might say, but you have one. Yeah, but I'm trying to save you $4,000. Okay. I'm trying to save you $4,000. You can get the $1,000 one. You can get the $100 one. Okay. You don't need that yet. And I thought it was the things. I thought, "Oh, if I buy this here, let me buy this Mac mouse, let me buy the AirPods, let me buy," I thought those were the things. Okay? It's not the things, it's the execution. Okay? So, I'm here with no makeup on today, guys, because I want to be transparent with you and I want to share with you guys that I struggle too. Okay? So just because the fact that you may be struggling to show up, maybe struggling to execute, you might be, struggling. If you need a community, I can help you with that. If you need mentorship, I can help you with that. But what I can't help you with is for you showing up despite all the obstacles in life. And it's so interesting. More recently, oh, I had this thought, okay? I had this thought, and this is an unpopular opinion, okay? I'm just gonna share it anyway, okay? I think the reason why people are getting very discouraged and they're not showing up is because everybody makes it seem like everything is so easy. Okay. Everyone like, oh my gosh, it's so easy. Just take my class. It's going to be so easy. It's overnight. I wake up and I make thousands of dollars while I'm sleeping. And yes, you can get to that for sure. But what happens is that when we compare ourselves to those people, let's say we have executed, we've taught a class online and we execute and we show up and we're like, well, dang, I didn't wake up in the morning with thousands of dollars in my bank account. And then we get discouraged, right? We feel like, well, maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe it's not for me. Oh, they have more followers than I do. They did, guys, right? You have to show up anyway. You show up, you have to grow to it. Okay, you executed one time. Let's see if you can execute two times. Let's see if you can execute three times. You have to build. You keep building, you keep going, you keep growing. Okay, and you show up, and that's how you get better. Okay, the first time I've heard so many people talk about coming out of beauty school and saying, oh my gosh, when you come out of barber or beauty school, you're not going to know how to cut hair. Okay, I've heard so many people say this. I personally didn't go, but I've heard so many people talk about this. It's the same thing, right? Okay. Yes, it's the same thing. You have to practice. You have to keep trying. You have to keep doing. You're going to learn some things that work and you're going to learn some things that don't work. Okay? This is the ultimate science experiment, but we have to take our feelings and emotions out of it and just remember what our goal is, right? I want to make $500 a month with my digital products, 1,000, or maybe your goal is 10,000 a month. Okay? But you have to grow to it and you have to stick by the goal and stick to the process and keep working and working, working. And guess what? Someone else can help keep you on track. You can come, right? In my weekly live sessions that I have, my Q&A sessions, and I see a lot of my people on here now. A lot of times people will come on and sometimes it can be almost like therapy, right? Kind of sharing like, hey, I tried this and it didn't work. Oh, well, what about this? Oh my gosh, you're right. I didn't do this piece. Or let's work together. Let's, have a partnership. Let's split the money on the class. There's so many things that can be done, and we have to approach it like science. Okay, we have to approach it like science. We have to take ourselves out of the equation. Okay, we have to show up for our why, right? And my why is other beauty professionals, and I had to take myself out of it. So if I have to come on here on live and guys, I know you guys are looking at me like, Season, who cares about your makeup? I care about my freaking makeup. Okay. That mattered to me. Okay. It might not even matter to you, but guys, the people who have known me for a long time would know me coming online with no makeup. Like, that's not that didn't happen. Okay. And I was actually glad in 2020 when we started wearing the mask because I was like, oh, shoot, I could hide now. And I used to get mad. I used to be in the grocery store with no makeup on and a mask on. People would still recognize me. I'm like, how'd you recognize me? Like I got a mask on and a hat, no makeup. Like really? But I cared about the makeup. I have always cared about makeup, to be honest. I started wearing makeup when I was probably about 11 or 12, and I'm from California. It's very common for people to wear makeup. Okay. So that's what I have cared about. Okay? That's what I cared about. Now you guys might think, "Season, this really isn't a big deal." This is a very big deal to me. And for the people who know me and my family members and my friends that have known me for a really long time, shoot, some of them probably haven't seen me without makeup on, okay? So this is a big deal for me, but I need to just go in and rip the band-aid off because I need to show up. I need to stop, anything that's going to stop me from showing up for people. I need to figure out how to get past that thing. Okay? So, in summary here, um I want to share with you guys a couple things here, a couple lessons I learned. Stop comparing yourself to other people, right? I don't want you to compare your success and your level of success to somebody else, because the thing is that everybody values different things. So somebody else might value a Lamborghini and you might say, "Hi, I value my retirement account." Okay? Guess what? One is not right or wrong. It's just that you might have different lifestyles. One person might be a single person who's young, somebody else, you might be closer to retirement or wanting to retire early. Okay? So don't compare, yourself in that way to somebody else and feeling like you're not accomplishing something. Okay? In addition, I also want you to start thinking about the things that are a barrier to you. What are the mindset things, the different reasons why you're not showing up? For me, it was because I had these dark spots on my face, right? And I went and I got a chemical peel a week ago. I'm still got a little bit of I'm calling it facial dandruff, okay? But flakiness going on. But I did that because it kind of scared me that I wasn't showing up. Okay, so I want to encourage you guys, to show up. I want you to encourage you guys to focus on the things that you need to focus on. Okay, the things that are going to move the needle, and to encourage you to stick by the process. Okay, so I'm going to share some more comments that we've got on here. Let's see here. Touched by Mika said, "I'm able to work the system, so I'm a witness. She is a member of my um, she's a member of my group coaching program, the Six Figure Business System. She has a webinar tonight. Okay. So definitely go ahead and check her out. Let's see here. Howie said, I needed to hear this. Katrina said, Amen. Okay. And Simona had a comment for herself. She said, You got to show up, Simona. I hear that. That's right. And Howie said that's that microwave effect that have people messed up, right? Yes, everyone. And gosh, I'm so glad that you said that, Howie, because it's a little frustrating to me sometimes because it would be easier for me to sell a class on how to go viral than to show somebody how to build a business that's going to work every single time for every single person, right? But for some people, it might take 6 months. Some people might take a year. Some people might take 2 years, but it's going to work 100% of the time. Okay. And the viral thing, what if I sold a class on going viral? It might only work for 1% of people. But the funny thing is, tons of more people would buy the class on going viral because people just want to take the pill. It's just like losing weight. You guys know I always talk about losing weight, right? Everybody wants to just take a pill and lose 30 pounds. Nobody wants to say, oh my gosh, if you eat healthy, you measure your food, you exercise, um, watch your caloric intake, eat more salads, eat more vegetables, drink more water, right? For 6 to 12 months, and you're going to lose 30 pounds. So not sexy. Okay. That's not sexy. I don't want to do that. I want to take a pill and lose 30 pounds. Okay. What if even, I'd rather take a risk. I'd rather pay $1,000, right? $2,000 to take a pill so that I could just lose the weight, 30 pounds, in a week. Right? We all want that, you know? And so it's kind of crazy because that's where our society is, right? It's that microwave effect and it's so dangerous, okay? Like it's kind of crazy. I want everybody to kind of think about that and figure out what do we need to do differently? How do we show up? Okay? How do we show up and make sure that we can almost literally guarantee results for our people? So, if you guys want to go ahead, if you're not a member of the Six Figure Business System, I want to invite you to download and sign up to get the first module for free. I have it actually in the description or the caption, depending on where you're watching me. Also, make sure that you join my text marketing, my I'm saying text marketing, my VIP texting group. It's really kind of like it's a back and forth chat. It's not just a one way, just me flashing a whole bunch of stuff at you. It's a way that we can communicate via text. I know a lot of people really do like to communicate via text. And I also have something on here for you, my 25 ways to monetize your knowledge of the beauty industry. All of this stuff is in the link is in the description here. And I want to appreciate you guys and let you guys know thank you so much for joining me for Beauty to Bank. This is the number one place on the web where beauty professionals learn how to make money without standing behind the chair. I am your host, Season Bennett, and I help established beauty professionals learn how to package up their knowledge into digital products so you can avoid burnout behind the chair. Each and every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have the Beauty to Bank show, and hopefully, this will inspire you, motivate you, and help you learn how you too can make money without standing behind the chair. So, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Good night.